All right, we got a minute down. Minute remaining. Y'all ready to go in?
You know, I never heard them say, "Oh, lovely day." On the end of that, I be so used to screaming.
30 seconds.
lovely
30
day,
seconds.
A lovely day, yeah. A lovely day, yeah. Lovely day, yeah.
Y'all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Well. My mic sounds nice.
Check a one.
Good morning, Houston and surrounding continents.
Top of the rise.
It is Friday. Friday, everybody.
Friday.
Yeah, for a lot of folks, that means like an end to something. For some of us, no. See, for those who have, think about the weekend jobs. Shout out to you if you're a weekender.
Yes.
If you have to be a weekender, you know?
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, if you do DIY projects, you're working.
Yes.
You might like them, but you're painting shingles in the snow. It's a job, right? Today is December 27th, 2019. This is Hope Over Hurts, HOH's. Yeah, I like saying all that. This is good. If you didn't know, HOH stands for Hope Over Hurts, 77.7 digital radio.
Yes.
It's already in you. It's the station that prays the Spirit of the Most High God lives, reigns, and rules, and chooses to be in relationship with you.
Amen.
Amen.
Rise Up and Pray is here today, and I've got some folk in the house. We got seats, man,
Hey,
and we got mics, and we're not afraid to use them.
Amen.
Good morning, family.
Good morning.
Man, I'm going to tell you, wait a minute. Let's see. You know what, Brian? Thank God for testosterone.
Well, glory to God.
Yeah. Yesterday, you were so conversational. We loved it. It, you know, shout out to Eduardo. We miss you.
EA for life.
Barky bark. Mama loves you. That was my, yeah. Oh, who did the bird? Who did it? Oh, no. Isn't he higher? That sound like a bird that's falling out the tree. Yeah,
You know, I got
Yeah.
that Whitney Houston.
I mean, it was
Range,
like,
you know.
yeah. Good morning, Jenny out of Seattle. That was bad. Good morning, Stephanie and David Page. Well, good morning to you. We're glad you're back for a second day. You know that the Haley's Comments have come, but we like it when it does. Financial Fitness Friday is here again.
Yeah, this is the third day this week.
That you been on air?
Yes, Monday,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Monday.
Wednesday.
Beezy, you becoming a
and
regular
today.
fixture.
Thursday, Monday, fixture. Hold on, like, turn on the faucet and bring us the water. Think about it.
Come on.
Open it.
Yep.
Make the spigot flow.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Come on now.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, it is. And I just want to say good morning. Let me do this. Hold on. Keisha? Is it Keisha today?
Oh no, Marlene is here today.
Oh, Lord.
well,
Well,
I heard
we
about
will.
you, Merle.
Oh.
You heard about me?
On the
Wait,
news,
wait.
we heard
Oh
about
yeah.
Your face didn't look
I
kind.
know
She
what
don't
you were
like
gonna say
hearing
after
about
that. I was
herself.
like, well, what did you hear about me?
But your face was like all about that
news.
no.
I was nervous.
It was like what you heard about
Let me
me.
close my mouth.
What you heard?
I mean, it looked like you were ready to charge somebody up. I've never seen it.
What happened was.
You know, you've been doing real good on your refinement schedule. Hey, Elle is here today.
Good morning. Elle is here today.
Yep,
Flower.
the flower and pearls
Yeah.
tells us who's
Hi, Elle. Hi, guys.
That Jill Scott vibe this
Yeah.
morning.
Okay, hold on. No, should we what?
Shibbity wop. He said Jill Scott.
No, but
That was
okay,
my
but
scat.
but give a little bit of it.
Skiddly-woo.
Yes, yes.
I love it. I love it.
I know, right? But I also think of Lady Sings the Blues.
Oh, you know,
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I don't know that movie like that to repeat.
Well,
of
Billie
the part.
Holiday.
So
God has the blesses the child that's got its own.
Oh, I know that song.
Come on.
It was the Rock theme song, wasn't it?
Huh?
You know the show, The Rock.
The
Yep.
Rock the Garbage Man.
Already getting
And
high.
then
don't
God shall have, and then God shall renew. Beep bop. And the Bible says that it's still in the news.
I can't turn the cameras fast enough. to do it.
Mama may
I
have,
can't.
Papa may
I
have.
got to play my Comcast
But
because I
God
don't know
bless
that
the
song.
child that God is on. And the God shall give. okay.
And it's
Oh,
not.
go
Oh,
back,
and
go
I,
back. Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
I was a theme songer back in
Does
the day.
this? Who lives this way? Good morning to each of you joining on Instagram and Facebook.
Somebody trying to get a
I was in the
contract.
house.
signed.
You know something. She want to be the jingle. She want to be the jingle queen.
I do.
Well,
Me and my
amen.
brother
What's up
actually-
with
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Go for
Me and
it.
my
I
brother actually
think-
talked about it yesterday.
I think jingles are the bomb.
Jingles are.
They are the bomb.
They're a
my
lost
life.
art.
They are the bomb.
I think good digital jingles are the way of the future.
Like 4016 HOH 777.
That's it. and Manji, are you there?
Brooklyn.
Caller, are you in? Caller?
I'm here. Good morning.
Caller, we talked about you yesterday because we actually had a young lady named Jazz in here, and she lives in Brooklyn. She left Houston to go and live in Brooklyn.
And she was back here to visit.
She just came to say hello,
Aw.
came in here and sat with us, and she teaches at one of the America's First schools.
Cool.
Yep,
Like
in
that.
Brooklyn. Yeah, so I said, that's an exchange, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and so we're glad to have you back. Mary on the ones and eights.
What's good?
Mary,
with it? What's
Mary.
good?
What's good with it, Mary? How you feeling over there?
Pretty good, you know. I'm a little louder today, so you know,
Oh,
pretty good.
yay, Mary.
Miriam in the cockpit.
Multitasking, you know, voice, vocals, and
Keep us afloat. Keep,
Keep
us
us
in the
afloat.
air.
Awesome.
Keep us
in the air.
open. And you know, Mary's got an announcement to make about some things coming up on Martin Luther King Day. So you want to make sure you're here for that next announcement.
Facts.
Okay,
Yes,
facts, right?
yes,
Hashtag. And so guess what?
What?
You hear that voice? Hold on. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Z, I can't hear this in the building. And Zingo
Good morning, family.
Good morning.
Amen.
Sis, thanks for coming in as just the balance. I call her Miss Crabtree and Evelyn. Or Miss Applebottom. She's the, no, that was a Jean.
The
black with the fur. She's in the classroom saying better not. In Jesus' name. Get it together. She gon' pray.
She ready for the bell. And she's the referee, if y'all don't know. It's behind the monitor.
She want a bell.
And Zinga is also the referee. That's why she's the balancer here on HOH.
Mama passed out pictures at church of the day you were refereeing. She has gifts, so she gave them out Christmas Eve and everything from what all went down that night. And you know, and Zinga gave a sermon so much so that I accidentally broke my fan during worship and got duct taped during
Stephanie
worship.
talking about your fan on Facebook right now.
Oh, what's she saying?
She said that fan is hanging on to God's unchanging hand.
Yes, it is. Need some duct tape.
And Zinga was saying so much I didn't have anything to throw at her, so I was fanning real hard, and the fan broke. And then they gave me some duct tape from the studio during the sermon. So you didn't know all the behind the
That
scenes going
recycling,
on.
no, we don't waste nothing
No.
here at HOH.
That's how
better
hot it
take
is in
that
here.
That's hot with the spirit.
That's it. So that's how much the sermon. We had black duct tape, and we're not afraid to use it. And yes, this one is probably hanging on. I can't even see her comments, but you know that just ain't nice. She must be on your page. The devil is a lie, Stephanie. Good morning to you. Good morning, family. Hey, Landon. Okay, so guess what? We've got a lot to go in today. If you need to be recapped, and I think we all do, on spiritual money, this is the place you want to be. Let's just say it's going down.
Going down.
It's going down. Amen.
Yes.
And guess what? We have 4 more days until 2020.
4 more days to a whole new
End of one decade,
4 more
beginning of a
days.
new one.
A whole new beginning of a whole decade.
Yes.
Right? 2020. I love the way it sounds.
Yeah.
I don't think I was watching numbers. You know how people said growing up you thought where would you be when? I didn't think about that. I didn't see numbers. Where did you think you'd be in 2020? Did you ever think like from when you were maybe in the 80s where you'd be in the 20s?
Flying a car.
I was just gonna say flying.
And that was actually
Back to
Back to
anticipated.
the future.
There really was. If
The
you
Jetsons
remember
house.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, all that good stuff.
time travel.
Yep. But, you know, grateful just to be here.
Amen.
And then blessing God in advance that wake up on that day.
Yes.
You know,
Amen.
grateful
Yes.
that the year had already started, but knowing
Yes.
we're going into a new decade, you know, thinking
Yeah.
about from 2010 to now. I remember 2010, November 2010, my father passed, so it's 10 years, going on 10 years later.
Wow.
You know, and I think of what was hot and not, and you know, in the decade, and now where we are. It's a moment to really, really be excited.
Right.
You know, because literally, I believe. Yeah, literally, I believe. You know, if He allows us to wake up on that very first day, He's saying, "I got so much more for y'all to do."
Wow.
Let's get with it. But don't wait until that day.
No.
You're doing it now, so continue doing it now, and then do it with more fervor as we roll into it. I'm just, grateful.
Already a word. Already a word. I want to know what y'all were doing. What was hot? What was not back in the. That's a topic for when we come back. When we come back, let's spend a few minutes on that. We're gonna go ahead and take that real quick break as Mary, make sure we're on track. You're listening to what?
Rise up and
Pray.
And we believe.
Yes, we do.
Be right back, everybody.
Feels like I'm talking to y'all through the blinds, you know, where it's like you reach in and you like, hey, my mama not here, so you got to come back later. Or who are
Okay.
you? No, we don't know no Larry.
Y'all,
Don't know
I can't
Stacey
get the
Liz
watch
Yet.
to
That's
work.
how I'm talking
Y'all
to
are behind the scenes right now. Welcome, everybody. Hold on. It is really good to see y'all. I can't figure out the screens well enough. Hold on. I can turn this one.
This moment,
Good,
this
I
time,
think we feel good.
this day,
Don't do it.
you've each been given
Don't do it. Go
a
back.
blessing, a time,
Wave it out,
a
B.
gift.
Everybody. Good morning, y'all.
Wave it out, Keisha. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. She's, oh, not that. Oh,
Pulling out the
man.
spider wheel.
Oh,
This
it's
day
magic.
is huge. Help us understand the very essence
Oh, wait.
that He created us in.
That's called a spider wheel.
Y'all see what's happening right now. This is the behind the scenes as Merle prepares for her whole church stint.
This is the atmosphere. To be about my Father's work.
30 seconds, guys. 30 seconds.
Whoa.
Go ahead over there.
What? That is deep. Hold on. I want to.
Oh, there's some good news too.
Oh, wait. Why don't. Now you're not taking no pictures. This is the devil right here.
10 seconds,
What? That
10
picture with that
seconds.
bottom lip? Girl, I'm going to need you not to have. You went, girl.
Countdown, guys.
It
Countdown.
looked like the pug that was
Countdown,
upset.
countdown.
God darn.
Three,
Wait.
two,
Some-
One.
Live.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to come back. But wait,
We didn't
she
believe
said,
years
wait,
countdown.
Health is Wealth said the tassels though. Wait. That ain't tassels. That's not tassels, but you would.
And
That's
it's not
that's a
even
what?
right.
That's a bow, babe.
Supposed to turn.
But you
Yeah,
can't
yeah, you
see.
can't
Well,
see
of
'cause
course
it's
you
supposed
can't
to go
see.
the other
That's the
way.
problem, Merle.
Be walking into some
Mer-
walls with
Oh,
that
Mer-
hat.
Merlene.
Going into
Mother
church.
Merlene, it's Mother Merlene. Keep it clean. It's Mother Merlene.
Don't touch that. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Mother Merlene. Mother Merlene?
Hey, y'all.
Oh,
That's how you speaking today, Merle?
Church mother, I have one thing to request of you. That you owe Sister Z an apology for how you talked to her Sunday when she was going in for the chicken wings that you had set aside for the homeless. I need you to apologize because you went in hard for her. Told her not to open up and this is a true story. You said, don't open that foil up. You look like you were going to take a leg out of my pan for the homeless. I mean, that was unnecessary. Merlene, wouldn't you agree, mother, that that was just a lie?
She had preached a good word, too. I could have let her get one. But I was thinking back to people, and I was like, don't take their chicken leg. And I'm sorry.
This stuff really happens here. That's the problem. I mean, I'm not making up a story.
Mother, it was cold. I was just asking what was in the pants. I was not about to take a leg.
Shade.
But I mean, it was like she was walking past.
Yeah, I didn't
and it
even
was like she
stop.
didn't
It
even,
was-
it was like all in one motion. Don't. And she just kept moving. And then she looked back as if I didn't hear her, but I heard her. And then later on, we sitting in there and she's like, I got 3 questions to ask you. three questions to ask you for, we're working on something. And I need you to sit down and answer these three questions.
Wait a minute. You went and demanded something
And
after
so-
telling her no?
And I sat there, like a good sister I would. I sat there and I looked at it and I said, I remember about 30 seconds ago. You were about to go in on some cold chicken on me. And now you got three questions. Okay. Should I answer one, two, or all three of them? I kind of then thought back and I said, it's Mother Merlene. Let me answer her question because now she's quite humble. So I think now I can go on and just answer her question. Yes, so Mother, what do you want, Mother? Well, I had this assignment given to me.
See, that was Keisha in that
And,
moment. I had to switch people.
Yeah, real quick. See, you came from feisty to humble. And I said, okay. So we answered the question. Then she looked at me. She said, I was kind of hard on you in that, wasn't I? Oh. And I said, well, Mother
Keisha felt
Merlene,
the
you
way.
doing what you do. And I just got to humble myself and go ahead and take it, roll with it. And she said, okay, now let's finish.
All my sound is out.
Oh,
Hold on.
Merle.
Wait.
Merle.
Where does go, Harpo?
Oh, God.
See, what had happened was Keisha had recognized.
See, they go in the headphone thing.
She
Listen, y'all.
recognized the spirit
This
of
is
me.
what's funny about this.
What
Church mothers have no real
no filter.
couth.
No, none at all.
And you literally, if you get the scope of this,
It's gone.
it's okay. If you
It's
get the
in there
scope
'cause
of
I
what we're
hear it.
saying, basically,
Yeah.
Sister Z had preached. They didn't, I think I can. They didn't even give her no water. She had to have her own water bottle, like going in for the construction site.
I mean-
and he had to be told no to, and you didn't shaded the chicken. It was cold.
It was, yeah.
And then she sat you down and said, I have to require some questions.
Yes.
And kept it moving. But
Please don't hold that over hope over hurt at all.
I
Mother
know, I
Merlene is a
didn't.
person all on her own.
I know how we roll. Thank God I know how we roll. Had I been a visitor,
come on, Z.
had I been a visitor in the house of the Lord,
You would've never, ever renewed your membership.
I mean, house of the Lord. Had I been a visitor coming in and didn't get escorted to a seat, the door
the
was
Oh,
opening
man.
and closing at one time. It's like, do I, I'm playing lag. Could I come in or should I not? Had I been that kind of visitor coming and then come in and walk past a kitchen, I see 6 trays of fall.
Yes.
I see some
All for the people.
It's a little frost on the fall because it's cold. It's Mother Merlene. I'm gonna need you to hold it, ma'am. It's a little frost on the fall, and then I still go and sit down. I didn't get no water. I had to bring my own towel. No, Chris tried to give me a towel. I'm gonna take that back. But then I had my own towel. Had to pull out my own towel. No water at the podium.
Nobody. No,
But
but,
like
but
you're
the
complaining
message
a
was
lot
water at
about
the
our
well.
service,
The
and we
water
love
was at
you
the
so
well.
much.
Thank God for living water, because it had to bubble up in me and hydrate me at the same
We're
time.
still a growing and learning ministry.
But
so
she
don't
was
please don't
with
I'm
the
just
people.
saying.
You didn't require her to interview. You didn't require her not to eat
All
and no
of that.
water. And then she want to work after.
Look, then she gonna tell me, don't you eat no more of them cookies till you have some food. I said, oh, yes.
Well, you know what? Mother Sandra gave out cookies.
Ooh, baby, them
Everybody
cookies.
got a bag of cookies. Some
yeah.
people got 2.
I got Jolie.
Hallelujah.
You didn't get any cookies?
Look, y'all. Everybody got some cookies. Well, almost everybody. Almost everybody got a bag of cookies. Some got 2 bags. What? But I'm seeing Miss
That must have been mine,
Keisha.
because I didn't get any.
Miss Keisha, right before, after she done umbered me,
She is a hot
she gonna sit there, and I'm seeing her after she done asked me 3 questions.
Oh, God.
I answered all 3. She gonna sit there with her bag of cookies.
Keisha, Mother Merlene.
I had to say, wait a minute. We were done. Oh, but she wasn't done. She had that bag, and she was like, I looked at her, and I had one of them flashback moments. Girl, I know you ain't ate nothing. You stop eating all this junk until you eat some food. And I had to turn around and say, stop it. And she looked, and you know Keisha's face, right?
Yeah.
Keisha's face was like this. She grabbed her little cookie bag, put that last. Oh, no. Keisha tried to leave a half a cookie on the side and close the bag.
It was already in my hand.
She
We
tried
got some
to,
ninja moments.
Now
for
that's
her.
what you call
and
a
I told her,
sweet
give me
breakfast.
that piece right there. Put that piece right there back. and she put it back
I
and
think you
closed
was
it up.
feeling the kind of way because she told you you couldn't have that chicken.
No, I just think she was about to go in on some sweets and she hadn't had no food. And that ain't right. That'll tear your stomach up. Mother Merlin,
Wait.
you're supposed to know that.
Wait a minute. Loretta out of Connecticut, she done said, Z, it had to bubble you up and they had to hydrate you. They said they should have hydrated you, Zinga. They should have hydrated you.
I'm just saying.
Oh, Keisha. Sis, you got to get a mother certification.
We'll do better next time.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Mother Hat is back, and
Yeah, it was
we
fun.
are watching you. And Zinga has told the story. And yes, we experienced the Lord in them cookies. I don't eat the crescents, but them sugar cookies, my goodness, Lord.
With pecans in them. Oh,
So, Keisha, what is it you have to tell us that Mother Merlene has not said?
Oh, okay. So I have a quick story. My friend
Is
out
this
of
Mother
England-
Merlene or is
yes,
this Keisha?
This is Merlene.
Okay, well, I can't tell.
that was a picture right there. Oh, get that one.
I know. I was trying.
You had to come grab
I was finna
yourself.
say something. Okay. So my friend out of England, Haley, she charged her family $45 a head for a Christmas dinner. And it was her 3 children, their partners, and her 4 grandkids. And her children were 26, 33, and 27. I thought they might have been a little older since she was, charging $45. But they were some little young people. And she had spent $338, so she was trying to get her money back on
Plus
Christmas
some.
Day. Yeah, plus a little bit for her pocket. Because she said her family is spoiled, but that's the fun part of it is that they spoiled. But this year she decided to get her money back on her Christmas dinner.
Okay, I got
Wow.
questions. Wait a minute, on the gifts or the food?
No, she gave them gifts. This was just on the food.
Okay, well, how many people?
It was 10 people.
And this made the news.
Wow.
And she asked for how much a head?
$45.
And it was for you to enjoy your drinks, your main
Yeah,
course,
she
your
had
appetizer.
champagne and fizzy drinks for the kids. She had beef, pork, turkey, and chicken.
What city?
She was in England.
Okay, I have one thing to ask about this. And I'm sorry, y'all. This was Brian, and this is going to tie into financial fitness. Y'all, listen. Just help me out. And I know it may step on a
ahead.
toe, but let's be honest, Mother. Somebody said the question is, was the food good? Good night, Steph.
Is it worth $45?
Well,
It was a
wait a
buffet.
minute. Here's the fair answer to me. A lot of times people come in and don't do nothing.
Right.
I said don't do nothing, and I know it's double negative. And will come in and not offer to bring a pie,
Right.
a glass of Kool-Aid, and then bring Tupperware.
And be the first one to go plate.
To go plate and then not even offer to help clean. So I think, listen, we were entertained. It costs a lot
It does.
to actually host people. It's a lot of cost of finances at the grocery because groceries are increasing. I'm not being funny.
No, that's true.
And then you got the time, y'all. Hours I've spent in the kitchen this 3 days. Hours. Yeah,
Yeah,
and she
yeah, she
cooked.
cooked. Yeah, she
So if you're not going to even offer to bring anything to the table, and
bring
so
no bread.
guess what? It's like if you're going to continue to come and eat at the table and not contribute to the table, I think it was a lesson in that. Maybe next time they'll bring a turkey. Somebody bring a ham, or at least say, "Can I help you?" Because it was one year, and I'm gonna be real with you yet again, when I was struggling, and I wanted to host the family, and I was chosen to host, but I did not have it.
Right.
So it was like, well, if I'm going to do this, I'm not able to afford $150. I'm not going to choose to feed you versus a light bill.
Right.
Okay, and let's just keep it real, then don't entertain. But it was kind of set up where it was a need and it wasn't necessarily a want. But y'all, I didn't say bring in the money ahead, but to some degree, I understand her validity. Just a little. Just a little. Y'all may think I'm wrong,
Oh, no, I thought it was a good
but she maybe just should have stayed at home. Well, what do y'all think? Talk to me. What's your thoughts?
My thing is if she talked ahead to people and this was like a, hey, y'all, in order to help me because I'm on a budget or something, we going to do $45 for y'all. Okay. Because that's kind of like, okay, I'm helping mama out, I'm pitching out. But if it was like, we got to your house and it's like, $45 the door, we're going to have a problem.
but now you're seeing it as a
I
community
don't have any cash
contribution.
on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but at least you're thinking like, let me help my mama out. Like that's
Right.
what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
We don't help mama, granny, aunts, and they put all this money, and sometimes using real talk, their whole food stamp for the month to feed their family because they are the matriarch.
Right. And then at $45, I mean, I spend that going to the grocery store. I'm certain you can take leftovers.
Yeah, and she let them
because you paid
request
your $45.
a specific dish if they wanted. So they got their $45 worth.
It's England. They
This
do
is
stuff
deep.
different
Man,
over
hold
there.
on,
so
hold
we-
on,
we-
Brian.
so we-
We got an idea.
Go ahead.
What?
$45 a head.
Oh.
Look, he like, really?
I got a question. What if you don't eat meat? So do that
Uh-oh,
mean I
here we
get a
go.
discount?
You
we
get
go.
$45 worth of
No,
macaroni.
because I spent more money on my broccoli and cheese casserole and my cornbread
All she
casserole
want is
than I
mac and
did my
cheese.
roast that I made.
All she want is mac and cheese
It wasn't
and,
even a
and
casserole,
banana
it's
pudding. That's
Yeah,
it.
I
She
made,
real
but I
yellow.
made it real. But no, you don't like that broccoli cheese. But it costs. You put in all your cheeses, your mozzarella, your parmesans.
Yes, yes.
And you know, so
I was
honestly, Mary, no,
$55 a plate.
because I had roasts more than one.
Well, you know,
Wow.
before we
do
get
some
into financial money and busy, I had a story about a lady and some money.
Uh-oh.
She thought she had some money, but not as much as she did.
Uh-oh.
What had happened was
Oh.
Miss Natalia Escudero on the Telemundo network was doing. She was doing the winning lottery in Valencia community. Okay, Spain's annual Christmas lottery is called El Gordo, the fat one. Okay, so while she was on, the lotto was worth 2.43 billion. Okay, So she gets the winning numbers, and the winning numbers this year was 26590. And waves her finger in the camera and says, "I'm not coming in tomorrow. Natalia doesn't work tomorrow." Woo! Only to find out that she quit her job and her portion was only worth $2,200. $2,200. That's what she thought she
That's
was gonna
worthy of a
Man.
break.
get. Yeah. She thought she would have at least got 444,000 for each ticket,
Wow.
but too many people won the lottery, and that was her walk away with.
$2,200.
Lost your job.
Out of
Oh,
$2
sorry.
billion?
It was 5,500. Let me give her extra couple thousand. It was
Ooh.
Still
5,500.
not enough.
Still not enough to say goodbye, y'all. On air.
That's some money, right?
On air.
And
This is
on
live
air,
TV.
we got to take that break.
Yeah.
She ain't got no job.
Keep your
Rise
money
up
in your
and pray.
pocket.
Man,
Oh my.
that's hurt. That hurt.
That hurt.
Back, it's finance time. Make sure
Yeah.
That hurt.
That
Ooh-wee.
is. Like, my goodness.
You quit your job on air and you ain't got but 55.
Of peace. Shanna said she should have been.
She done got the whole truth before
No,
she
she
made
should have
that
got her
got so
money
many
first.
shady people on
Then quit.
Y'all some shady people on social media. Y'all comments, we be feeling them like we sit in that with Marita and Shanna.
Yeah.
When you read what they say, it's really written like Stephanie. They write this stuff like,
It's hilarious.
oh wait, please look up the woman who tried to cash $1 million check from her husband. As we open up the final part of the Peachtree Initiative, each rock has been done individually for each family, with each one having a variety of just scripture and messages. Look at the hands that look at the glory.
That chick named Nicole. Nicole somebody.
Nicole Smith.
Couple of
The one that used to.
Nicole
Mar-
Smith that was married to that old man.
No. The other one that passed away.
Oh, Anna Nicole.
Anna Nicole. Yes.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Oh yeah.
She did, yeah.
30 seconds. 30
The
seconds.
26-year-old Eurasian national.
10 seconds went that quick.
Florida businessman.
For the people that need hope.
She tried to cash the check in his name.
All right, y'all go down to 10 seconds.
That's his wife.
10 seconds.
December 16th, she allegedly stole
Countdown.
It's a mess.
5.
4, 3.
Rule number 1 on Rise Up and Pray.
Commercial. That could be
Hold
your
on.
commercial, y'all.
And
It sure
that,
could
we
be.
excuse that for technical difficulty. That could be you. Is anybody on YouTube?
Nobody, everybody's asleep. They don't want to talk.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no, Cousin Reba. Hey, Cousin Reba.
Cousin
She
Reba.
said, "Good morning, cousins
Good
and HOH
morning.
family."
Hope Over Her Nation, like, subscribe, and share. We can see more about what y'all got going, and y'all can see more about what we got going.
Right.
The phone number is
401-646-4777.
Give us a call. We need to hear from you. If we
Yes.
ain't heard your voice, it's not okay. Also, like they said, you could be advertising right here.
Right now.
The app is available, and we're not afraid to use it. And you don't want to wait till we launch, because when we do, the prices will change.
Well,
If you have a business, you might want to be getting in while you can fit in and be part of the Founders Pack.
come on.
Because if it goes up and when it backed in, didn't want me. Now I'm hot, money
All
on me.
on me.
Okay? And that, like the woman said, she tried her husband once. Shame on you. Right? Twice, shame on you going to jail.
That ain't your husband no more.
Because he done just took the whole bank and put them on
That's
notice
right.
with you.
26-year-old Israeli national was arrested for fraud last week, accused of trying to cash $1 million check in the name of her husband, a 77-year-old Florida businessman whom she had married only 4 months earlier. Lynn Helena Halfen was arrested in Tampa International Airport December 16th for allegedly stealing $666,000 from her husband, Richard Rappaport.
You saw that number.
600.
So she worked her way up.
Six,
See?
six,
I
six.
tell you right
It's
there.
6 sixes on here. Okay, that's what I want y'all to know. And it said the Tampa Bank had refused to cash $1 million cashier's check a month earlier. So she married this man really for his money. She's a young girl. You can
But she could
tell
have been a
that-
mail order bride.
Ah.
So I don't know if he was the one or what. You know, there's more to this story. I feel. I feel it's more. You know what's funny? Also, shout out. Had a great meeting last night. All just know we give God praise because behind the scenes and in front of the scenes, things always going down.
Yes.
But there's several sides to a story. With that said, wait a minute, Miriam, do we have a bed?
Uh-oh, Mir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, y'all ready?
We got a bed
I
back
want,
there?
I
We got
want that
some?
house in if we can. You know what we're looking for. Yeah, man. We have it in there. I don't know. Let's see.
Super Love said, good morning, HOH.
Super
Report."
Love.
Super love. Hey.
Super love.
Yes.
Oh, turn it up in the house.
Oh,
Hold
I
on,
feel
man.
it. I feel it. I feel some hair growing up.
Lights,
on
mirror,
BC.
mirror, house. Oh, a little more mirror, mirror.
Uh-oh. Get it, BC. I don't have no mic no more. The mic's supposed to be on? Oh, for the song. Gotcha. Look at you knowing how to engineer, BC. Get your money right. Get your money right. Financial Fitness Friday, okay? Some people got to have it. Some people really need it, okay? We talking about spiritual money today. Spiritual money. That money about to start. Look at that. Is it a season? Oh, really? But it's not like you though. It's not your money. Yeah. Yeah. But that's you know that she remade that dance song. People do bad things with their money. Not here. We trying to get your mind right, get you some good things with your money. Okay? Get your
Hey!
And what did he call that one? He called that one man to man.
That's right.
Wait,
That's
hold on.
East to west.
East to west.
Wait a minute, people. You watch
Good
this.
job,
This
Miriam.
knowledge
Good
being
job.
dropped.
Hold on. You hear this?
Our pilot is flying that plane
Yes,
this
she
morning.
is.
I'm gonna
Yes,
tell
she
you what,
is.
that pilot flying that plane.
Awesome job. Miriam.
This is Rise Up and Pray. And if you're just joining in, we love that you're here. Hope Over Her Nation, like, subscribe, and share. It's on YouTube. If you missed anything, you want to get it because if Nzinga Rito can tell you what the class was about, she went and did some studying to show
Yes, and
thyself
amen.
approved,
Yes,
hunty.
and Amen.
Okay, so catch it,
Yes.
all of it. The whole
Yes.
show segment is what it really is. Because we ain't here to show you nothing. We're here to tell it all, though. Lord.
Because why love is
our
arsenal.
and God watches over his word to
See it perform.
Amen.
Get it, sis? Tell them.
And performing it with a seed.
I know that's right.
So what is it you gonna tell us today as we go money, money, money?
Well, you know, again, we talk about 3 components on this radio show.
Segment.
Spiritual money,
Segment.
dumb money,
Segment.
which is uninformed money, and smart money.
Okay.
segment. I stand
No,
corrected.
you got it after that one.
Okay. So as we were on Monday talking about the garden, we're going to understand our seed,
Okay.
which is our paychecks. So generally when I talk to someone and when I'm teaching, I have a mustard seed in one hand and I have their paycheck in the other. And I ask them which one is a seed. 99% of the time, they say the mustard seed. And that is an issue on how you view your paycheck. See, Jesus was with us. This scripture says, Jesus, in a little while, you won't see me anymore. This is John 16:16. In a little while, you won't see me anymore, but a little while after that, you will see me again. So in the beginning, we have to understand Genesis. So we're going to read Genesis 1 and 11.
All right.
And I'm like, Wesley, I got to put my glasses on.
That's all right.
Sure is, all right.
Can I get that scripture one more time?
Sure, Genesis 1 and 11.
Teach it.
We have to understand the beginning. We lost clarity. We got into confusion. See, when God created Adam, Adam was in the garden.
All right.
He was eating of the fruit. The key thing is he was not working.
Okay.
Work only started when
They disobeyed.
we ate of the fruit
Okay.
that we were not supposed to. So with that said, now man must work.
Yeah.
So we have to, Genesis to Revelation is one full circle.
Come on.
We have to get back to Genesis. That's our goal in life, is to get back to the garden. So with that said, Genesis 1:11 says, then God said, let the land produce vegetation, seed, key word, bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kind.
Yes, sir.
And that's the NIV version I just read.
All right.
So we're going to compare this
Okay.
to your paycheck.
Well.
The people that said that the mustard seed was the seed and did not view their paycheck as the seed is the problem.
Well, are both seeds?
They both are seeds. When you receive your paycheck, that's why I read the scripture, John 16:16. Jesus said, I'm with you, but I will leave you for a while. So what that means is Jesus had to go to the unseen arena.
Okay.
And that is the same for your paycheck.
Okay.
When you receive your paycheck, your
Yep.
seed,
Yep.
right? That's your seed. Your seed must go in the ground, which is the unseen arena. And then it demands from the earth the nutrients to produce.
You better
That's
teach
good.
that.
That's good.
That's your first man right there.
So I want you to write these two words down.
Okay.
Produce and reproduce.
Hold on. Produce.
Produce and reproduce.
All right.
God created man
Yes, sir.
on the sixth day.
All right.
The question is, why did man create man last?
Why did man create man?
Why did God create
Oh,
man last? I
okay,
stand corrected.
okay.
Why did God create man last?
Tell us, Beezy.
Because the resources of the world is supposed to provide man what it needs. We are managers, so he created us to be managers over the resources. So we are managers, not workers.
So you're saying, in a beautiful way, that God created the land, the seeds, the plants, the vegetation, the water even. Then he put us here so that we wouldn't need for anything.
That's correct. And we are to manage those resources.
Okay.
So your paycheck is to be managed.
Wow.
Okay.
So once you receive your paycheck, again, it must go to the unseen arena. Those are your seeds. Your seeds must go in the ground, which is in investments.
Now, Beezy, one time, I sat in on a couple of your financial classes, and you said that we're supposed to let our paycheck sleep with us at home overnight, and I've been doing that. Can you explain why we're supposed to do that and what it does?
Absolutely. That's when you're that's when you're in the parking lot. When you don't know what to do with your seeds, you park in the parking lot, which means what she's describing is we used to put our paycheck in a box. That means let it sleep overnight
All right.
until we determine what to do with those seeds. Then we plant. So if you don't have any direction what to do with your seeds, then you park it in the parking lot.
You have a question here. Stephanie says, regarding the parking lot, I take a little out of my check to go back to my business and to the church. Isn't that a seed? This is Stephanie Johnson out of Virginia.
Absolutely. It's being invested. Your business is an investment. So that's the unseen arena.
Okay.
So therefore, it will produce and reproduce. So once you produce your check, which requires time.
Oh, wait.
It took God time to create you. So that time that you go to produce that check, that time now is reproduced.
Okay.
What do I mean?
That's heavy.
People don't understand the concept of produce. That's why the older you is doing the same thing your younger you were doing
Okay.
Oh, come
okay,
on.
Okay.
at 65 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm not even 40 yet, but okay.
No, he's
So-
talking about all of the ones of us who are
Yes.
hearing.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It was, my toe got stepped on. I was trying to lighten the
Some
mood.
of us
Sorry,
got our
Beezy. Go
whole,
ahead.
our whole back hurt. Okay.
Go ahead.
So what that means is your check is supposed to produce for you. It cannot reproduce. And that's the problem with man. We are attempting to reproduce. That's when you are out of alignment.
Hold on. Everybody who heard that, radio or not, you got to have paused to get it. What he just said. Because
check is
can't-
to produce,
Our
not
check is to produce.
Produce.
We are trying to reproduce.
Reproduce. That's not our job.
In what ways do we try to
The
reproduce our
unseen
check?
arena is the reproduction.
Working
So
for them.
produce, you go to work, you spend time at your job, that's producing. But people keep attempting to reproduce money, which causes them to be working to their 65 and 70
Okay.
because they're constantly trying to reproduce.
Okay.
The Bible says reproduce after
Its
your
own
own kind. That means going out winning souls. We can't reproduce money. So that's why the unseen arena is important.
You didn't say it. We supposed to go and get people of our own. That means reproducing by salvation and witness.
That's right.
That's our job.
That's our job.
What the devil?
Not to be
Lord.
reproducing.
And you said the other stuff's supposed to be under the ground, letting itself produce of its own
Money
kind. Oh,
reproduces
wow.
after its own kind.
Good night.
Wow.
Good night. Y'all done got a word.
That's why
up
you put
in
money,
here.
that seed in its
Yes.
position, and you step away.
Say that again.
Yeah.
That's why you put money, your seed, in position, and it reproduces after its kind.
You step
Two
away.
separate jobs. It reproduces after its own kind. You reproduce after your own kind. That's the separation. But the confusion is man is attempting to reproduce, which causes them to be working in their 70s and their 80s.
So chasing after something that should have been growing.
That's correct.
Had it been
And
planted
being
correctly.
and being out of alignment, you're trying to do both jobs,
Forgive us, oh
and you're
Yes,
not
Lord, forgive
created
us.
to do both jobs. Your seed goes underground, and then the earth takes over. That seed demands the earth to give it the nutrients to produce, reproduce.
That's heavy, man.
Then your seed over time taps you on the shoulder and say, "Sit down. I
Yeah,
got
I
it
got
from
you.
here."
I got you, Merle. Have a seat. Let me do
Yeah.
this for you.
Yes. Yes.
20 on pump 2, please.
20 on pump 2.
No. Just fill her up. Just fill her up.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I have a question, and I don't even know if this is a thought. I don't know, because, man, I'm feeling heartbroken. I'm a little discouraged and encouraged about a word. Maybe on behalf of us, me, by myself. I'll claim for just me, in case y'all don't want to jump on the train. When you think about this, and those people who were able to, say, get the career of a decent career, and they were able to field correct investments, they were able to, say, IBM, I'm talking back, from when they were the 80s now, and they are now on the golf course, and they are sitting down, and their investments are what they're living on. And you say, wow, you were able to keep your nose clean, keep out of trouble. You were that engineer, you were that corporate level executive, and I mean those who were of minority status, those who just went in and maybe they worked at Kellogg's or whatever. And they were like, you know what, I just kept my nose to the ground. I was able to put my money right. It did okay for me, and now I'm able to take care of my family and live out I have a few family members like that. And then I look at those who say, man, but I have a purpose, I have a desire, I have a design, and it does not fit the traditional model of working for an engineering firm or working in a factory. As a matter of fact, these are becoming obsolete. So even though I have family members that are able to say, hey, I'm still living on my seat, I'm golfing, I'm hunting, I'm every day out and living my life, mortgage paid off, they are literally showing the map of what we were taught. And it's not bad. They're doing fine. They have insurance, they're good. But then those with jobs changing, with the need changing, with things becoming a part of artificial intelligence, factories are becoming obsolete. Engineers are having to change new positions. What about the middle person, the people that didn't get in that group? So say that group was in graduating college 60s to 70s. They worked 80s, 90s. They retired. They did their time. What about those we have some of us in that middle, that the jobs were changing. Things were changing at our birth, at our growth. Yeah. And now they're saying the thing to do is become an entrepreneur, follow your purpose. That means that the same amount of security, for lack of a better word, isn't there. Social Security isn't there the same. We know that. Our resources have changed. What about us? I don't know if it's an answer, man.
Well, I do know this. We have to understand, too, also our position in life. We all here for a purpose.
Okay.
However, society brainwashes us into this work society and environment. So the confusion lies with this. Society brainwashes you, and this goes to man versus man, the deception. So let's say you have a passion, and your passion is something that's not going to afford you your lifestyle that you want. So someone will go into the medical field because the medical field pays, and they feel that it's secure. However, now you're getting again out of alignment because you are chasing
the
money.
Okay.
So God created you, but once you understand your seed, that it doesn't matter what you are receiving with your paycheck. But man does this. Man versus man is, again, deception. I must deceive you that you believe that your time is worth $10 an hour.
Gotcha.
I have to make you believe that. So if you don't achieve what you want in life, is it really the fault of the man? Or is it that you pimp yourself for $10 an hour?
He said pimp.
And not understanding what your time
It's really worth.
is really worth.
Oh,
Because
wow.
really that's the most important asset we have is our time. Everybody wants their time back. If you talk to anybody that's working a job, they want their time.
I'm up here about to tear up. That's it. Keep going, bro.
So don't pimp yourself. And I don't care if it's $40, $50 an hour. The deception of man must allow you to believe that, but that idea that you have in your mind for a business may be the purpose that God will create millions for. But
you got to back that up easy. You got to say that
That was
again.
real good.
That idea that you have in mind that you're selling your time for $10 an hour or $20 an hour is where your millions are.
You know, you just made me think of, who was that, Les Brown. He said, I don't believe a man was born to work for a living, but to live
Absolutely.
his making, and living his making will make his living.
That's right.
That
That's
part.
wow, that's very
That part.
very profound.
Live. Wait, say.
He said, I don't believe a man was born to work for a living, but to live his making, and living his making will make his living.
So let's live in our making. Let's live what we have that's inside of us. And once you understand the concept of how God created this whole thing, then the millions will come. It's not how much you make, it's what you do with what you make. If you ain't planting any seeds, then you won't have a harvest. That's why I don't believe in the concept money doesn't grow on trees. I believe money does grow on trees. Because if I plant a watermelon seed, I'm going to get a watermelon. If I plant an apple seed, I'm going to get an apple tree. So if I plant a money seed, I'm going to get a money tree. And that money tree is going to produce what?
After its own time.
After its own kind. Then I take the fruit from that tree
Come on,
and
man,
I
and
plant
add it
more
again.
seeds.
Yeah,
Then you
yes.
got to
And
orchard.
then I'm going to have a whole harvest of trees, a forest.
To be able to do what God has called us to do. in
And
the
that's
land,
called
to go.
A legacy.
That's good. That's good. And it's just like, I believe Brother West was saying last time, you start right now. When he was talking about Jimmy Simmons, he was like, he started when he was in his 30s, you know, and now he's 81 and all of that good stuff. So it's like, start now, not to hold yourself in guilt, but start
Right.
now where you are with whatever the seed is now. Start now.
Start now. Plant now.
Yeah.
We
And
gotta
like he
plant
said
now.
before, it doesn't take but 9 months to reproduce. It doesn't take 40 years.
Oh, that made my eyes big.
That's
It only
believe?
take
That's
9
encouraging.
months.
Praise
Yes.
it. Wait, repeat that, please, sir.
It takes 9 months to reproduce after our own kind. It doesn't take 40 years to do that. It takes 40 years to keep producing, not 40 years to keep reproducing.
That's your husband.
And if you think about a seed growing out the ground, how long does it take? How long does it take for you to see the roots and budding?
A couple of weeks. It takes
Really?
a
Yeah.
minute. Yeah, see, you put the
depending on the
seed down
seed.
there, depending on it, you don't see it like next day. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
long?
depending on the seed, you can see something within a week.
And you can also, and sometimes it takes seasons for the harvest,
Right.
depending on what you're growing, your crop.
Yes.
Do you understand? So cotton, I don't know how long it takes. Is cotton harvest to harvest? Is okay, because we keep seeing cotton around us. So if I want a cotton corn, what is that? What
I
are
was gonna say, what is
vegetables?
corn?
When we because if we
Wow.
think about this, it doesn't take 40 years. What the devil?
Now think about investments when you come into partnerships. So you receive, if you invest in something that gives dividends, they do it on a quarterly basis. That's your seed reproducing. Took 3 months, maybe $35. It may be $150, but that's the sprout on through the ground. Now you what? Continue to nourish it, give it nutrients, so that it can produce into a tree.
We found some cotton facts.
4 to 15 days.
One, it
Cotton
says
facts.
that you can harvest cotton in 6 weeks, but you'll actually start seeing the seeds sprout up within 5 to 10 days on cotton.
Wow.
So, man, my mind is just going. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? So, okay.
Corn also requires 60 to 100 days before it reaches harvest.
Which still isn't a long time.
It's not a long
Not a long
No, at
time.
all.
That
Not
is
at
the
all.
key
60
point
to
here.
100 days. That's 90.
months
That's
in-
3 months.
At least. And a
So
few
you got
extra
some corn.
days.
Wow.
Y'all,
Easy.
we got some stuff going down.
I'm just saying.
Spiritual
We got some stuff
money.
going down.
I'm just saying.
But it's
So
because
see-
we're seeing manifest of other ideas. And, yeah. So what you said,
I'm just gonna say, see your paycheck as a seed. And I'm not saying don't pay your bills, but if you live off of 40% and invest 60%, doesn't matter how much money you make, you will always create wealth. Because 60% of your seeds are going to work for you. So if you making $1 million a year, live off 40%, invest 60.
Oh,
That
wow.
next year, you'll make more money. It's a continual spiral. every single year. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter any of that. That does not. Society makes you believe that that's a factor. But when it comes to your seed would demand. It's just like a man that's, if you standing outside of Walmart with a can and you want some money and everybody's walking out the door, right? And they passing you up and they not dropping any seeds. Matter of fact, they'll talk about you. However, your seed would demand the world to put in that bucket.
So busy with people that are watching right now that's kind of tuned in and don't know about the spiritual money, dumb money, how we talk about it, and smart money. What would you give them? What are like 2 points that you would give them to work on this week till you hear next Friday
That's
for
good.
them to work on their spiritual money? What is-
Before he does that, I want to ask the question to your followers and whomever else is listening. If you were able to get a course that he created online or in person, would you subscribe to his course?
Yes. There's not a lot of, I answer that because in our generation, in our society of what we see, we don't have a individual that we're able to touch and see the actual work being done. We can see the frugalness of Brian Turner, and we also can see when it's time to pull out the big books and make stuff happen. He's able to do that. So we've watched. He's actually been very instrumental, I think, in being a staple here at Hope Over Hurt when it comes to the financial money. So yes, I can say without a doubt I would subscribe to his course to get my money right.
The reason why we're asking, because we've been thinking about how to create something that is tangible and kept for the people who can't get here. And with all of this information, I mean, I know it's going to bless us, but I just wonder, because he's done it, as you know. Well, that's what it's a module. So I wonder if you got an online learning module, is it something you'd be interested in getting for a nominal amount of money? Something to think about. So
I think it's great, but I think him being here as a platform of Rise Up and Pray is also building that following so that when that platform is unveiled, right, you'll have the following for it because it's good stuff. We don't have a black man in our age range doing this. So thanks, Beezy.
She's good. But Stephanie in Virginia says, "Put me down." Shanna says, "I would."
Again.
Amen. With that said, I think we're.
Wow.
Can we say?
We add. I guess y'all gonna have to wait for y'all 2 points on a Hope Over Hurt Nation.
How about this? And also, we also have next week.
Yeah.
Amen. Let's start the new year off right.
That's right.
Sis, any last words as we close out? We're about a minute over. It's okay. We'll make it. Any last words?
It just made me think of what Brother Wesley said last week about being out of position and then being back in position. And so he said, you need a seed to get back in. So we're not going to use the word money any longer because money puts you out of position. He said, so when you use the word seed, it puts you back in position.
Yes.
You hold on.
Money is the finished product. Seed is
Did you
the
learn
beginning.
anything? Because she wasn't sitting here.
Yeah, no,
So what does that mean? She has a notebook.
That means they can go on YouTube, Hope Over Hurt Nation, and listen to what they missed.
Like, subscribe, and share.
That's right, when Wesley was here. We
This
got some
past
tips.
Monday.
Matter of fact, y'all probably need to go back and watch all of the Financial Fitness
Yes.
Fridays and catch up for the new year.
And what that means is it's available. And if she's got notes, so can you.
Yep.
Until we meet again, but never from his presence. This is Hope Over Hurts. Rise Up and Pray with HOH Digital Radio 77.7, the station that prays, for it's already in you. I'm Wendy J. Turner, and Singarito is sitting by my side. Mary, we love you. Thank you for running this engineering board. Bryant,
Thank you, Mary.
God has been using you mightily.
Amen.
Thank you.
Merlene, thank you for being who you are in and out of you. Elle, thanks for always having the sunshine of our life. And Brooklyn Manji, your behind the scenes is in the forefront.
Amen.
And
Yes,
we love
Love
you.
you.
Bye for now, family.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.
That was lovely.
Amen.
Thank you guys
job,
for tuning
Elle.
in to Rise
I
Up and Pray.
probably flew that plane today.
Good job.
Good job, Miriam.
You did a good job.
Oh, looking like a true pilot.
Come on now.
Gadgets and
Gadgets
attachments.
and TV screens. And look like a real airplane over there.
guys did a good job.
Yeah.
Brought us to the land and it was so smooth. I
Whoa.
ain't feel
You
a
had
bump.
the
turbulence or
music
nothing.
going down, fade
She was
down.
on that pilot plane, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. We're flying at 20,000 feet.
We have landed.
We've landed the plane, gentlemen. We've landed the plane. You. Please come forward. Why is my shoe untied?
Really. Good job, B. Good job, T. Amen.
Thank you. Good job.
Amen.
Flowed really well with everybody.
Not saying money no more. I'm saying seed.
Seeds.
Come on.
I don't know
Very careful.
who grandma was on that pen.
Why do she have to be dead?
Oh, it think she is.
How do you know?
Read the words.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
No.
Mama Benny
I put it down. I got
forever.
another one. I'll put the pen.
She talking about this
Funeral memorial pen.
Who gives away pens at a funeral? I've never seen that before.
Well, won't you, every time you think of, you remember her when you use it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I never.
That's all.
It's somebody you don't want to
Right? I don't like Angie like that.
I sure don't want to write with me.
Sorry, okay, I gotta get this man to work. We on one vehicle again until the Lord blesses our seeds for another vehicle.
Amen.
So that means
Amen.
I got to get him to work.
Oh.
And y'all know my brother was missing for 3 years, right? Like he was on his grown man journey.
No.
I saw my brother yesterday.
Did you?
It
Amen.
was so like
Oh,
I didn't
wonderful.
realize how much I knew I missed him. I
Yeah.
didn't realize how much I missed
Oh,
him.
sis, that's
So-
beautiful.
How long was it
3
between?
years.
Oh,
Oh,
3?
we're 4 years apart, but 3 years since I
Seen him.
Oh,
Oh, 3
my
years.
It
goodness.
was, yesterday was CJ's birthday.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That is.
Yeah, it was like one of them family spats, and then he
Yeah.
was just like, forget it.
Yeah.
And my uncle was just like, look, he about to be 30. He need to find himself. He need to see what's going on. You let that man do that. Just pray for him.
Yeah.
So
That's
CJ
beautiful.
reached out, and CJ was like, yeah, I talked to my uncle. He said happy birthday. And I said, well, where is he? He said Nevada. I said, are you sure? Did you ask him if he in Nevada? And CJ asked, and he was on the north side, and we were on the north side. He was on the north side. Off Cross Temples.
Oh. Whoa.
It was
Show
like,
your
oh,
nose.
Well, that's where the blessings flow from.
Yeah.
Come through, come through,
I
come
know,
through.
Keisha, they don't.
They
What happens is
north
they
side.
get hung up on the north, okay?
No, that's your fault. That's your fault. That ain't got nothing to do with the blessings on that side. That's your fault that you get hung up on that side.
You know, the more I go on the north side, the